Good morning, good morning. I figured I'd do something new for a change. So usually when in the morning after I wake up, I do some exercise, practice Wing Chun. So I figure I can do it at the same time. I used to cook and do the TikTok live at the same time. So today I'm gonna exercise and do the TikTok at the same time. Good morning. Sauna my bits. Welcome. So usually in the morning I practice Wing Chun. Actually I feed my cat first. Usually every morning I feed a can of cat food to my cat, and then I put some dry food on the bottom, and then I put the cat food on top of the dry food. So usually I just feed him once a day. In the morning he just eat the canned food, and in the afternoon if he gets hungry, then he'll just eat the dry food. Good morning, audacious. Audio cat. You have a cat too? Just one. Good morning. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna practice first, okay? Because that way I can save time. So practice makes perfect, right? I started practicing Wing Chun a couple years ago, and I've been doing it ever since for more than 3 years, maybe four years or 5 years. I don't remember exactly how long. And we have people come and go. Most people just quit. So most people, they come here, they want the instant gratification. There's one guy. On Sunday I was talking to my sifu. So we remember this one guy. He's a tall African American guy, and once he came, he's new, right? Then he asked my sifu. He said, "Can you teach me Wing Chun in 2 weeks?" And my sifu just laughed at him. That's the problem, right? A lot of people, they want instant gratification. Nothing's easy, man. You're not gonna do something for 2 weeks and then suddenly become a master, right? No, it takes years and years of practice, and it takes consistency. So nowadays, I try to at least practice, at least once a day. Although sometimes maybe I just practice 5 minutes, but it's still better than nothing, because it's like when you have the stone under the water, the water drops. If the water drops on the same spot on the stone every day, it can penetrate the stone, right? It's the same thing. So you have this compound effect, right? A lot of people. That's why when people they try something new and then they give up right away, then you're not gonna get anything out of it. But if you can persist, like I'm saying the other day, right? If you can persist, and if you just do even 5 minutes a day, then something dramatic is gonna happen, because when you have the discipline, it's gonna turn into something that's totally different. You're gonna change as a person, mentally, physically, and also everything around you is gonna change too. I'm not poking you, man. This is I'm practicing Wing Chun. So this is a form of martial art. I mean, you see this movement, they look like they have no use, but every movement, it has a utility. So let me give you an example. So this movement, you see, this movement, if somebody were to grab my hand, normally it's gonna take you a lot of effort to release yourself, right? But this movement, if somebody grab my hands like this, all I gotta do is flip up. Then I don't need to use any energy. Then I'm able to be free from the hold. I studied Taekwondo for 10 years. Awesome, man. Yeah, it takes a long time. Most people don't realize it. Usually it takes at least 10 years to master a skill. It doesn't matter what it be. It could be a sales skill. It could be a language. It could be a martial art. It's not that easy, man. Most people just cannot keep it up. Most people just quit halfway. We don't have a belt. I'm not a kung fu master, man. I'm just learning like a amateur. I just go practice with my sifu every Sunday. We don't have a belt system. I'm not any kind of master. I'm just practicing this art to improve my my personal life, to improve my mindset, to improve my help with my physical health. American Kempo, awesome. I think I can take you on easily. Okay, I mean, we can try. Wow, your English is clear. Jason, what martial art do you practice? And also, let me show you one technique. This is technique on the sandbag. This one's pretty effective too. You don't need to use too much power, but your strike can be very powerful. So as you can see, that the sandbag, I'm not using the like a conventional way just to punch. It's I'm using the elbow. I'm using the body movement to strike the sandbag. It's much more efficient. Now I'm gonna practice some punch. I don't practice punch enough, so I should practice the punching more often. Okay, I'm certifying you as dangerous. I mean, the Wing Chun movement, it's a totally different type of martial art, because most martial art, like for example the Western boxing, it's using a lot of brute force, right? You're using a lot of power. You're using a lot of energy to fight the opponent. But the problem with that is not very sustainable, because you use a lot of energy. So if you use a lot of energy, if you use a lot of your muscle, then you're gonna run out of energy very quickly. But the Wing Chun method is the main idea is actually to conserve energy. It's using a lot of the law of physics to make the movement so that you don't have to use too much of your energy or too much of your muscle power. That's why if you do not use too much of your muscle power, then you can last much longer. Friend, I haven't sent you. Send me what? So I'm just gonna use this time to practice my Wing Chun and do a live TikTok with you guys at the same time. Save me some time. So we have a lot of people that come and go to our training. A lot of people, they just give up. So this Sunday, we were actually talking about that. We were talking about why so many people give up. Because it's a big change in mindset. So I'm an Army veteran, right? So we had quite a few Army veterans, Marine veterans come to our training. And a lot of them, they just quit. The reason is, for the American way of fighting, you were taught to use a lot of your muscle, right? You use your shoulder power, use your bicep, use your tricep, you use your whole body to fight. But this form of martial art, it's telling you the opposite. It's telling you to not use too much muscle, not use your shoulder, not use your bicep, tricep. So a lot of people, they have a very hard time to adjust to this new thinking. So because in order for them to get it, they need to give away their muscle. They need to give away their conventional thinking of using their muscle. And then they can transition to this new way of fighting. But if they do not make this transition successfully, then they end up with nothing. So a lot of times I think people, they have this hesitation. They don't give up the power they already have to go try a different power. So I think sometimes the people, they're afraid to be stuck in the middle, so they just quit. So that's just what we were thinking about. We were talking, why some people, they just quit. So now I'm just practicing punch. I don't practice the punch enough. So I can, chat with you guys on TikTok and practice punching at the same time. Okay, let me check out the message. I need to come. I never quit. The time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God is at hand. What's up? Your content is good. I'm about to find my first property. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Where you located? I'm in Los Angeles. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Tell me where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. So now I'm going to practice with one single leg stand. Wish I could come to LA and your program. You can follow me, then we can see if there's any other options. So now I'm standing on a single leg. So I'm practicing the single leg stand. So then later on I'm gonna switch another leg. You see some people, the people that are stupid are the people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like this one other guy, he just, in the TikTok, he just say he's gonna challenge me, he can fight me. I'm not looking for a fight, okay? I'm just trying to save time. So I can do the TikTok live and the practice training at the same time. So now I'm gonna switch leg. Let me check some message first. I like your video, thank you. What's funny? Stockton, what's funny? Okay, now I'm gonna switch to another on the right hand, on the other leg. This is great. I'm saving a lot of time. I can do TikTok at the same time, and I can practice at the same time. There's one other guy just earlier. He said he can fight me. People are clueless, man. People think they know everything. People think they can fight everybody. I'm not even looking for a fight, man. I'm just training this for my own mental health, physical health. So by the way, just let you know, I'm standing on one leg because I'm training the single leg stand. So if you look at all these movements, they look pretty simple, they look pretty meaningless, but every movement actually has a utility. Yeah, this is Wing Chun, correct. This is a little idea. Okay, I'm gonna practice a little bit more sandbag. This is Wing Chun, okay, Wing Chun. I'm gonna practice a little bit more sandbag. Now I'm gonna practice some punching. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. So the Wing Chun practice is very different from the other form of martial art. This is Wing Chun. The Wing Chun martial art is not telling you to use muscle power. It's this form of martial art is using a lot of angle, structure, and the physiology. This Wing Chun art is actually started by a female. Okay, 100 punches. So I gotta do a couple more movements before I can finish. So this is another movement. So no matter what you do, you want to find a hobby, something that's going to help you to train your mind and train your body. That way you can keep your mind sharp. That way you can keep your mind in the right place. So the reason I practice this Wing Chun is one of the ways to help me to make sure that I have a clear mind. He's focused. That's a workout. Sifu. So now I have one more movement to finish. Let me see, what's the movement? Okay. So okay, great. I'm done with the practice. I'm gonna go cook some noodles. That's me trying to guard my 401k from inflation. What's your 401k invested in? Is your 401k invested in a mutual fund? You know you can invest your 401k in real estate, right? You can invest in real estate directly from your 401k. I have some leftover noodles from from the other day. I'm just gonna cook that. Put some noodles in there. Yeah, you don't have to take your money now. Let's say if you have 50,000 in your bank, I mean your 401k, you can just buy a real estate directly from your 401k. Thank you. Really appreciate all of your wisdom. Thank you, Matt. I'm just sharing what I know, man. Like everybody else, like every one of you guys, I'm also on my way to freedom. I'm trying to get to freedom, man. I'm talking about complete freedom. Let me take out the noodle, add some water. Yeah, so this one time, I watched a documentary, and the documentary is talking about how there's some guy, he built a school. So he built a school, and he's a monk. He built a school, and he had all the scholars to come to this school to study. And because of that, so many scholars came from around the country to study in this school, right? Then he thought these scholars, they need to focus on studying, right? But who's going to provide for them? Provide for the food, provide for the living expenses. Then he went and bought some pieces of land, and also got some donation of the pieces of land around the school. So then he started having other people to farm, to provide for these scholars. So these scholars can, focus on study 100%. So after I watched that, then I realized, hey, you don't have to work. People are so conditioned in this industrial world nowadays. People are so conditioned that, you're supposed to have a job. You're supposed to work from 9 to 5. No, you're not. That's just a new invention. That's a new modern day invention. And also in the Western world, people used to, be at home. They have their own little business at home. They just stayed at home. Then once the UK, the British, they invented this, how do you say, the machine that's gonna change the cotton into clothes. So they made these mills, these machines, right? Then they started hiring a lot of people to go work in the factory. Working in a factory or working on a job from 9 to 5, that's just a new invention. It's actually not natural. Okay, it's not natural for people to work, 9 to 5. So do not be tricked into believing that you have to have a job. No, you don't. Having a job is a new concept. It's a new invention as well. So that's my goal in life, is to have a complete freedom. I mean, right now I have a lot of freedom. I can pretty much buy anything I want to buy if I wanted to. I can pretty much travel to anywhere I want to travel if I wanted to. But, sometimes I still have to, exchange time for money. Sometimes I still have to, do some work. So that's what I'm working on, so that, eventually I can be 100% free. Opium ice, what does it mean, Tommy? Industrial, 138 hours for 2 weeks. Glue mixer, 10 years. I wish I could have known options for investing. Yeah, so that's the only way to get out of rat race. If you want to, to be financially free. Because if you're just working every day, you're never gonna get out of rat race. So that's why as soon as you get some money, you need to put that into real estate or some other type of investment that can bring you passive income. Called. Is residential going to crash hard? I don't know. It's definitely going to crash. I don't know if it's going to crash hard or not, but it's definitely going to crash. I mean, I don't know if it's going to crash, but the price is going to adjust, that's for sure. Because I think the residential home, the price has already started to adjust. Put some noodles in. One of my lifetime aspirations is to be able to afford to travel wherever I want, I please. It's actually not that difficult, okay? So nowadays, with the traveling expenses reduced so much, you can pretty much fly to anywhere in the country, in the world, for like $500, $600. So let's say if you travel 5 times a year, let's say including room and board and the air flight, for 2 people, it's probably going to cost you the most $2,000. $2,000 or max $3,000. Hold on, let me get a chopstick. So let's just say $2,000 per person. For 2 people, $2,000. Let's just say $3,000. If you travel 5 times a year, so that's $15,000. You just need to make at least $20,000 more to be able to travel to at least 5 countries a year. And of course, you gotta have the time to travel. Okay, follow my TikTok, give me some likes, whatever question you have, you can talk about it. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California, okay? Let me get some vegetables. Today I'm just trying something new, okay? Celery, I have celery. Let me see. Okay, let me get some cabbage. Let me get some cabbage. You want to make sure you eat vegetables. You know the brain? Your brain will not function correctly if it doesn't have the right nutrient. So you definitely want to keep up with the nutrient so that you have the right nutrient for your body, for your brain. So every time when I cook, I usually try to have some vegetables, some fruits. What are your thoughts on invest and small partials with mobile homes or double wide? That's a good option. You can buy a partial if it already have septic tank, if it already has water and power. That's great. Then you can move in. If it already has a mobile home, that's great. As long as the number makes sense, why not? It just you gotta start somewhere, right? So yeah, that's a good idea. But if you try to buy a piece of land that doesn't have utility, doesn't have water wheel, doesn't have a septic tank, then it's not a good idea, because those utility cost a lot of money to set up. It's gonna cost you at least $15,000 to $20,000 to dig a well. It's gonna cost you at least $20,000 to set up a septic tank. It's gonna cost you maybe at least $1,000 to get an electric pole. So if you buy a piece of land that doesn't have any of these utilities, it's gonna cost you a lot of money to set up. Best just to buy something that already has all these utilities. Even if you have an old beat up home, that's okay, because you don't have to spend money for the utilities. You can either fix up the home or move a new home onto the land. Sometimes people say, "Oh, can I buy a piece of land and build on it?" Don't, man. It's too time consuming, and it costs too much money. The cost is just too high, especially nowadays. If you can buy something that's already existing, just buy the existing. That way you don't have to mess with building something, and also it's actually cheaper to buy something that's already there. Okay, let me check my noodles, see if it's ready or not. Actually, I gotta cook the vegetable a little bit more. Let me look at the message. Renita, thank you for sharing my video. Wild Vision. Southern Oregon mountains. Agreed. That was my question. Should I invest in city limits or out of the city limit? Doesn't matter. As long as they have you have all the what you need. For example, preferably you have some shopping nearby. If you have a Walmart within 5 or 10 minutes drive, that's fine. If it's too rural, it's not gonna be marketable. Most people they don't like something that's too far away. I'm going through the process right now. I'm paying $125K for a brand new single wide, plus the utilities. Where are you buying? That doesn't sound cheap. Where are you buying? What kind of rent can you get? Are you trying to live in it or are you trying to lease it out? Where do you invest? I live in Los Angeles, so I don't invest in Los Angeles because the real estate is too expensive, returns too low, and the rent regulation is really bad for the landlords. So nowadays I like to look at properties in Florida, Texas, Georgia, maybe South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. Those are Alabama. Those are Midwest states. You remind me of my uncle. Okay, thank you. How much is rent for 3-bedroom in Ocala? I don't know, man. Just search on Zillow. Search on Zillow rent, and you'll see. So here's what you need to understand. Okay, a lot of people they're confused when they buy real estate. When you buy real estate, you need to decide: are you buying it for yourself to live in, or are you buying it for investment? If you're buying it for yourself to live in, as long as you like the house, as long as it makes you happy, then it's okay. As long as you can afford it, that's okay. But if you're buying it for investment, then you need to look at the numbers. How much rent am I getting? How much I'm paying? What's my cap rate? You need to have the number have to make sense if you're buying it for investment. I'm south of San Antonio and it's wide open over here. Exactly. There's still many areas in the nation where the price is still cheap. 3-acre lot about 1 hour outside of San Antonio. Okay, great. Does it have all the utilities already? We want to build but couldn't afford it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? You have to buy something that has the utility. If you're just gonna buy a vacant land, doesn't have any utility, it's gonna cost you a lot of money to get it set up. I was just going to ask you a question and you answered it. Laugh out loud. Thank you. Rent strokes are coming. Working people are tapped out. I'm telling you, man, you need to get into a property. If where you live, the price is too expensive, just buy somewhere else. Like the other guy said, right? There's still many places in the country that are still very affordable. Same in New Jersey, long lines and overpriced. Thanks for your video, brother. You're very inspirational. Thank you. Okay, let me see if my noodles ready or not. This is awesome. I practice my Wing Chun, I cook my breakfast, and the whole time I'm doing TikTok. Saves a lot of time. Is residential going to crash? Probably. The market is already adjusting. Are you buying real estate now? Yes. I'm buying a mobile home parks. So I just traveled to Florida and Georgia last week. But I'm continuing looking. I'm gonna try to look for more owners to see if they want to sell. Then once I find it, then I'm gonna go there and check it out again. I'm buying commercial real estate only. I'm not buying residential homes because the residential homes is too expensive. Follow my TikTok. Give me some likes. Whatever question you have, we can talk about it. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Let me see if the vegetables is ready. Public housing is great. You know, you don't have to worry about tenant not paying you. Because the tenant, they're only paying like 1/3 of the cost. And the government, pick up the rest. If you can do Section 8, that's great too. I think the noodles ready. Hold on, let me give some water for the pot. You guys have any other questions? What veggies do you put in the soup? Oh, I put cabbage. Cabbage is great, okay? Last year, I had a problem with my shoulder. I couldn't raise my shoulder. So I went to see many different doctors. I also, tried many different remedies. None worked. I couldn't raise my shoulder. So what I did is I just peel off the cabbage leaf and just place it on top of my shoulder. I did that for like 2 weeks. Then my shoulder is healed. Because the cabbage, it has a lot of anti-inflammation materials in it, the cabbage. If you have any kind of injury, if you have any kind of a problem with your body or ache, just put the cabbage leaf on top of it. It's going to help you to heal. You look like you eat at Long John Silver's. I have a big bags under my eyes. That's just something, I don't know. Has always been like that. Yeah, the cabbage, just raw. Just peel it off and place it on the body, wherever you're feeling the pain. That's the only thing that worked for me. Before, I tried so many things, didn't work. I couldn't raise my shoulder. I even went to massage, like acupuncture, for like a long time, for like 2 months, 3 months. Didn't work. And as soon as I put the cabbage leaf on top, for 2 weeks, then it's completely healed. Bought a house last year, FHA loan, idea for acquiring another one. That's awesome, man. You know you can refinance your FHA mortgage after 210 days to a regular mortgage, then you can use the FHA again. Okay, nice, very interesting, correct. Matt, thank you for sharing my video. I wonder if it will work for leg pain. Yeah, it will. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Just try it. And also cabbage is cheap. It's like, $1, $2. You get a big chunk. You can use it for a long time. So cabbage has a lot of anti-inflammation properties in it. You guys gotta eat healthy, man. You cannot eat TV dinner. I have this client. He's a Russian guy. He's an older gentleman. When I went to his home, I see that he's eating TV dinner every day. And he always have a heart problem. He has a diabetes problem, heart problem. And he continues to eat the TV dinner every day. Then recently I found out he's dead. So it's very important you watch what you eat. The TV dinner is I'm telling you, it's deadly, man. It's gonna kill you. Yeah, just wrap it. Just wrap the cabbage leaf. You can put like a rubber band over it. Just keep it in place. Fixed interest rate. Would it be wise to try and change the mortgage? Well, yeah. If you have low interest rate, don't do it. Just keep it. Yeah, because it's unlikely you're gonna get a lower interest rate than before. So that guy, the Russian guy, he owns 10 houses, but he died. So that's a lesson. If you don't have the health, you have nothing, man. Doesn't matter how rich you are, you cannot even enjoy it. So health, no matter what, health is still number one. Appreciate you, okay?